Good morning, everyone. This is Mary Ellen coming to you once again from Moonrise Cottage for your March 2018 Soul Tarot reading for Pisces. Today is I think the 20th or 21st of February, and it's 71 degrees here today, which is very shocking for the Northeast of the United States. As you know, we've been in the deep freeze for quite a few weeks and just crazy weather. And that seems to have broken now, and we're getting into the warmer zone. I hope wherever you are experiencing some relief from weather, because I know the folks I talk to in Australia have been under it with the heat. What you're seeing is the reading from the month of February. And I'm changing things up a little bit this month, and I decided to just, play with this experiment of live streaming to YouTube. Let me toggle over and say hi. Hey, everybody. Welcome to all the returning subscribers. It's great to speak with you. It's great to be here. If you're new to the channel, my YouTube channel is about your soul destiny. And there's a long story that's coming out in bits and pieces about why I ended up on YouTube. It's not something I ever imagined I would do, but here I am, and I'm thrilled to be here. So I'm going to toggle back, and this month I am just going to put the reading spread on the screen and talk to you in the background, toggle back and forth a little bit while I chat, in the hopes of compressing the time frame for the videos because they were getting a little long, even for my taste. So there's only one announcement this month. My website is up and running. It's published. And just like my YouTube channel, the name of the website is moonrisecottagesoultarot.com. Everything you need is there. Go check it out. You can book your readings. You're going to get a reminder email. There are distance healing energy sessions. There are different types of readings. I'm offering love readings now, which I wasn't able to do in 2017. So it's very easy. I'm blessed with somebody who's been helping me, and I encourage you to go check it out. So moonrisecottagesoultarot.com. So let's jump in. Hang on one sec, I'll toggle over. So I decided I'm going to change it up because I often reference the prior month, because these readings build upon each other. So let's just quickly take a look at those cards, and I'm going to encourage everyone, I'm going to remind you now, look at the rows of cards, the column of cards as they align with each other, and the diagonal progression from the bottom to the top. Each one of those ways, in terms of Spirit saying, the energetic alliance and the message embedded in the cards is very important. So part of the reason I'm doing it this way, I want you to see the cards while I'm talking about them. So in February, there was the continuation for every astrological sign coming out of the solstice journey and coming into, it's interesting, what I'm getting is the spirit, the meaning, and the effort that will be explored in 2018. In this spread for February, we see the Queen of Art in the middle row, second one in from the right. That's the spirit theme. That's the message that comes out on top of the reading and covers the next card to the left, which is the card that indicates your energy, the way in which you stand in any particular month. So take a look at all of these rows. I want to draw your attention for a moment to the left-hand column. You are being told in a very beautiful way that you are being sent on a mission, a very artistic mission. The first card on the bottom is the Adventure of Art, and the Queen of Art came out first, lighting your way, demonstrating that you are, if you look at the card next to her on the left, that is how you stand. It's a youthful, male energy-oriented warrior, sacred warrior stance, being able to provide that which you need. And I love that card, this card that indicates you is looking directly at the Queen of Art. There's a deep relationship going on, and there is a continuation of the yin-yang energy exchange. The first card on the human realm, on the bottom left, is the adventure of art. And so that's the type of adventure that you're going on this year. It is the art of being. And Spirit's saying the art of becoming that which you deeply are. This year, stepping in to the exploration of the art of your spiritual being. Above that, we see as the bridge card, a prophecy. That is an augury card, the augury of skill. So this adventure is going to bring to you the beginning of the development of new skills. And above that, again on the left column, on the first card on the spirit realm, we see the beautiful augury, another prophecy. And that is the augury of art. So with the Queen of Art coming out over the top of the reading, carrying the message, we see this progress in February, deepening your preparation to go forward, have a new adventure, transform yourself, have the will to proceed, and the willingness to delve deep into your, Spirit's talking about the sacred path. And it's about going deeper into your own self, becoming self-knowing. That's what all the discussion about emerging and evolving was about in January and February. And if you're new to the channel and you haven't seen that, go check it out. It's an important foundation for the months that are coming forward. On the top row of cards, we see the augury of art and the liberation of devotion. Going through a deep mystery, the process of going into and out of the mystery realm. Okay, Spirit's calling it the mystery this month for some reason. And sitting next to the liberator of your devotion, we see the beautiful empowerer of will. That is the strength card. So take a look at the far right-hand column. On the bottom, we see the beautiful decider of will. The Queen of Art above, and above that, the empowerment of will. There was a lot going on in February, and the outcome had to do with coming into, if you will, the self-acknowledgement and the awareness of the type of journey you're on. And we see this beautiful male energy standing before the sacred bowl of all wisdom, looking at the angels, looking at the root of all spiritual wisdom. That's what that picture is about. So let's take a look at this month and see where you're going based on that. I'm just going to give you one more second to just look into those cards. You know, if you look, I think I interrupted myself. If you look at the bottom left, the adventure of art, aligned upward to the right, we see yourself standing there, providing that which is needed, and coming through this adventure deeper into yourself, the empowerment of your will, in order to have this beautiful quest of knowledge. It's quite beautiful. So as a foundation, month to month, that's where you're standing in these last days of February. And this is the spread for March. Look at that. Pretty amazing. So the very first card over the top is the gorgeous Imaginer of Harmony. And based on the message last month is a foundation. That's an incredibly beautiful card to have coming out. Let me toggle over and show you. Okay, there it is. That's a major arcana card. Pisces, you've seen this card a lot. I think Spirit brings this card forward for you to acknowledge your being. So there we see the beautiful full moon. That is a sacred vessel. It is able to take you any place you'd like to go. And there you are, Pisces. Not in the boat. You're riding deep into the mystery. That's what the message is. So this is the Spirit theme card this month. It's quite beautiful, quite mysterious, deeply diving into your nature as a Pisces. I love that it's the full moon. So let's transition back and talk about the cards. The Imaginer of Harmony is about, it's the moon card in the traditional tarot, all right? So it's the mysterious. Again, it's feminine energy going really deep. This has to do with latent powers and the attunement, if you will, to the rhythms of life, tides, of course, and patterns in your life. It's about unconscious influence. So, wrapped up in this, obviously, if you look into the card, dreams and visions and introspection, creative conception is one of the things, one of the notions that's wrapped up in this card. This month, sitting right over the top of your reading, the Imaginer of Harmony is building upon the theme from last month, where you were being given all of this prophecy and empowerment and decision-making power in order to go forward into the realm of the Imaginer of Harmony. And in the mythology of the deck, this is about the beautiful Irish otherworld of the sea. It is about going to the place that you can imagine. So, in a sense, it's about manifesting your destiny by being able to imagine the place in which you would like to arrive. And sitting right to the left, I'm going to have to change up my language. Sitting to the left of the Imaginer of Harmony is the card that indicates your energy in this month. Under the light of the full moon, I think the cycles of the moon are going to be very important for you because you are a water element and so connected to the pull of the universe because of the tides, right? It's a Spirit saying that's a metaphor for you to ponder the way in which you are attuned to the rhythms of the universe. And right away, another sacred major arcana card that is the renewer of devotion. So you are being changed from the inside out, Pisces, in the year of 2018. That's what's been coming through, and we see it in the cards. So, look at that center row of cards. Every single one of them, this is the core of the reading. Every single card is a major arcana card, and each one deeply spiritual and deeply mystical. All right? So the beautiful renewer of devotion, also sitting next to the Imaginer of Harmony, that energy is going to bring you to a place of deep renewal. It is about change. It is about shift and transformation. Through this energy of the Imaginer of Harmony, it's about bringing matters in your life to resolution. And so for you, for Pisces in these moments, the matter that we're talking about is the aspect in which you stand in your spiritual development. Obviously, it's different for each of us, but for all people of the Pisces astrological sign, there's something very deep and powerful going on. Pluto is still here ruling the earth in the first house of Capricorn. There continues to be a lot of upheaval. And we see a little bit of that here because, when you go this deep, we transition back. When you have a journey that is that profound and that deep, sometimes part of what happens is a lot of stuff gets rooted up and life can feel chaotic. And in those moments, it can cause us to begin to imagine what it is we truly want, where it is we'd like to travel to on the inside, in the mystical realm, in the places that are, what Spirit's saying is having the most meaning for us in a personal way, all right? The impact of our being and our sacred journey. Next to the renewer of devotion, which has everything to do with deepening your compassion for the whole universe, right? Bringing you to a better understanding of the patterns of your own life and asking you, where is transformation and healing and change imminent for you in your own life? So to the left of that is the Dreamer of Growth. It's an astounding array of cards. I've never seen them lined up in this way before. So I know Pisces, and no surprise, you're going deep. All right? So the Imaginer of Harmony, the Renewer of Devotion, set the tone for your human walk. Let's look at the bottom row. The very first card is the Warrior of Art. This card continues to come out ever since my journey to the Sacred Passage Tombs in October of last year. You've seen this card. Spirit's been drawing this a lot for you. Right? Again, more talk about emergence and evolving and developing into the deepest part of your sacred nature and becoming aware of that and operating from the heart chakra. There's a lot of energy that you now have access to, having made this journey. The purple garment indicates a deep form of transformation. There is, Spirit keeps talking about Kundalini awakening and the chakra awakening that happens at the spine, if you don't know. And Spirit saying, coalescing in the area of the crown chakra. All right, so last month I was talking about the scientific discovery that our human brains actually emit signals, and all of those notions about the fact that we can be in communication with each other and that we are all one and all those things. It's true, right? Those of us who travel this kind of pathway, those are the things we ponder a lot. We've heard it said by a lot of people, wisdom holders, if you will, Spirit saying, and now science tells us, yes, it's true. It's very exciting. And so now we get to have the intellectual knowledge of that to go with that which we feel inside of us and the power that we have to become that which is our destiny. I'm sorry about the light here. I'm experimenting with, not by choice, but just by happenstance. But, the seasons are changing. The way the light comes up through the window is different. So I'm learning about the time of day that I have the best light. So there you are. Last month, we saw you as the warrior of battle. Let me transition over and show you. Do you see right in the center? There you are, the warrior of battle, being sent on this adventure in order to find something deeper. That's the last card to the far right, is the outcome. Coming to a discovery because there was all this prophecy in the reading. This month, you are the warrior of art, sent by the Queen of Art last month into a journey for your development, and you have achieved that goal. The warrior of art does battle, if you will, in the sacred realm with the heart chakra, with the energy that comes into and flows out of the heart chakra. And I love that standing right next to the warrior of art is the courtship of skill. It's incredibly beautiful. That has everything to do with coming together in a form of mystery and celebrating the mystery and the beginning of a new type of relationship. All right? The courtship of skill. Having come through the adventure of skill and the development of these auguries, these prophecies, now you stand in a new place in the light of the sun, aligned, joined, the yin-yang energy inside of you. And one of the things I love about this is the notation of the sun is lion-hearted. It's about love energy. And so it's indicated here in the human realm, again, yin and yang, male and female couple, joining hands for a journey. And the vessels at their backs, we can't see what's in them. That destiny has yet to unfold. They seem to be a little furtive. They're very interested in getting to know each other and understanding what the journey will be. And the journey is illuminated in this way. It's really beautiful. Okay? So a new courtship, standing on a new shore. And you know what? Let me toggle back again to February. I want to show you something. Look at the card that's in this position in February. That is the revelation of knowledge. It is about coming across the waters of change and transitioning into a new form within a human lifetime. The stag is a signification of having stamina for a long journey. And this month, in March, look at that. Also standing on a new shore, having evolved into this new place, your journey progresses. And next to that is the adventure of skill. Another adventure. This beautiful little mouse has a lot of power. It has all the food, all the sustenance that it needs, and it's eager to go forward on its journey. So, very clearly, there's a message about transition, the continuation of your transition, and the adventure that you are being taken on as you take the steps. The Spirit's saying to round out the first quarter of the year. That's interesting. All right. So let's toggle back. I want you to just, as I chatter on, you take a look at all the ways these cards align. You are going to see messages. Maybe you're going to see something, intuit something that I don't hit upon verbally. Trust yourself. Go deep. Spirit's saying, it's time, and you'll understand. So the next card is the bridge card that connects the human journey to the soul, the spirit line on the top. This is the dreamer of growth. And so that's the adventure you're going on. You are performing the actions here in this earthly realm in your walk this month. Again, building on what has come before and now being deeply rooted inside yourself in a spiritual way, connected to the universe, able to see in both directions, able to be understanding yourself in a way that has to do with the totality of your being. The dreamer of growth is the star card in the traditional tarot. It has everything to do with manifesting and being deeply rooted into the mystical realm. Being able to see both sides across the divide, in a sense. It's very mystical. It assures success in this journey. It is the bridge card. And one of the things I love about the fact that it is the bridge card is that the whole reading is talking about the mystical realm, imagining harmony, coming into this place of healing and transformation in order to change your existence forever. That's what this is about. Again, just pay attention to that center row of cards and look at the message that is there. All right? So the dreamer of growth comes as the bridge, connecting your human walk with your spirit soul journey. And just above the dreamer of growth, we see the elopement of knowledge. So this knowledge that you came into on your human walk last month, I'm going to toggle one more time for you. On the bottom row, the center card is the revelation of knowledge. It is about this part of your transition being completed and ready for the next step because the decider of will stands next to it. And so this month, in March, we see this beautiful elopement in the spirit realm. This is about coming into a sudden form of knowledge, unexpected, unanticipated. It can bring some anxiety. There's a lot of movement in that card. That is the elopement. I think you've seen this card before. For those of you who don't know, this is a little story that has to do with the sacred goddess. And she had a young child. She wanted her son to have all the knowledge that existed. So she made a little brew and she set it on a fire to simmer for a year and a day. She hired a young lad to tend the fire. And in a moment, the fire boiled over. He reached out to steady the pot, and the brew splashed onto his hands, and he stuck his fingers in his mouth because he was burned. And in that moment, he imbibed all the knowledge that existed. It was a terrifying moment for him. It threw him off balance. He didn't know what to do. He began to shapeshift into all the creatures we see here in order to run away and hide from the goddess because he knew it wasn't supposed to be his destiny. That wasn't the original intention. But clearly it was his destiny. The goddess transitioned because she had the power, right, in the mythical realm, and she just followed him wherever he went. And in the end of the story, he transitioned, he was reborn. He turned himself into a chaff of wheat and dove into, okay, I don't know what the right word is. Spirit's talking about pie. Back in the day when wheat was in the field in a pile, all right, he dove in there to hide from the goddess. She turned herself into a hen, dove in after him, found him, and gobbled him up. And soon after that, she gave birth. She laid an egg, and he came forward, reformed, transitioning into a new life. And in that new life, he was the greatest wisdom holder that existed. So again, let me just transition back and show you the cards from February. There is the revelation of knowledge in the bottom human walk row. Right? Above that, the warrior of battle. And above that, the liberator of devotion. And so your transition has been very profound and very deep. And your human walk journey is now changing the course, coming into the destiny that's meant for you. And it may be that it has caused some shocking moments, some upset, some upheaval, because you are transitioning and changing into your destiny. So if you look at the center column of cards for a moment, you see on the bottom the beautiful courtship of skill, this new place being illuminated, still with some mystery. And above that, the renewer of devotion. And above that, the dialogue of art. Both youthful cards. The dialogue of art is a number 2. The courtship of skill is a number 3. So you're in a new place. Your transformation is continuing. The card right in the center, the renewer, is continuing this transformation, and you are coming to this new place. And in each of those cards, on the human realm and on the spirit realm, we see the water element. And I know that Spirit is speaking very loudly with me about your destiny. We also see a signification of the full moon and water. So the full moon cycles this year are going to be very important for you. That's been coming through quite a bit. I want to show you the card and just chat for a minute. Look at that. There's the full moon again. And we see new growth in this card. There you go, the river of wisdom, illuminated by the light of the moon. That is an illustration of Merlin and his sister. He was a sacred magician. He went through a lot. They were very devoted to each other. So again, we see this joining of hands, the continuation and the deepening of the yin and yang, and coming into the knowledge of what that actually means inside your being. Okay? A dialogue with spirit about the art of being a spiritual actor, of being a spirit being, if you will. Sorry for the repetition of words. And coming into a place of illumination. So for the last 2 months, 3 months really, this has been the topic of discovery, says Spirit. Right? I was going to say discussion. My tongue literally got tripped and Spirit made me say discovery. So there we go. You're continuing to go down this pathway. The next card, another adventure card. No doubt, Spirit says, because when you're going through this much transition and this much upheaval, by going so deep into the realm of the sacred signification of Pisces and the energy you bring to this realm, while Pluto continues to rest in the first house of Capricorn, bringing a lot of upheaval, a lot of shift and change all across the planet. You continue to adventure. The last card on the spirit realm, which is the top row of cards, is the Warrior of Skill. So, that's the other thing. Last month, you stood in the center, where the Renewer of Devotion sits, as the Warrior of Battle. And your transition now, your growth, has evolved into this place of being the Warrior of Skill. Look at that. Also holding sustenance, magic, if you will, in his hands, this warrior holds his personal power. He has the means and the sacred intention to go forward. And what he does is he waits for the sacred impulse to come to him. And in that moment, he does not hesitate. He jumps upon that beautiful horse, a beautiful white steed, Spirit says, signifying ethical intentions and purity of heart and mind. And he rides straight into the mystery. And if you look at the background of the card, you can see it looks a little bit like Twilight. It's astounding, isn't it? Beautiful journey this month. And the outcome card, no surprise, because your aspect has everything to do with the renewer. Being transformed, a sacred healing coming to you in this beautiful way. After all this deep journeying into yourself, the outcome is balance. That is the balancer of harmony, standing to the right of the imaginer of harmony that stands next to the renewer, the sacred renewal and transformation of your soul destiny. And next to that, the dreamer of growth. Pisces, it's a beautiful journey that you're on. And I thank you because, through these cards, through the readings that come out, it's given me a very deep understanding of your nature. I've read a lot of things in my life about that. I have to have some basis of knowledge, right, in order to do what I'm doing. I didn't understand it. And I think that it's possible that you didn't understand. So this journey, I'm just going to keep saying it, it's about coming into the understanding of yourself. Look at the card on the first card on the spirit realm, the top left. In a sense, I'm getting drawn to a discussion of that. Spirit saying, this is what it's like. It's deeply mystical. And there's a lot going on. A lot of shift and change and transition and shape-shifting, if you will, with the power and the energy and the sacred intention that your soul destiny, Spirit saying, took up when it decided to have this human journey. So I'm going to leave it there this month. I'm trying to cut the length of these readings because I've been going on too long. Feel free, please, to contact me through the website, moonrisecottagesoultarot.com. You can send me a message. My email and the address for the website are below the video. Anything that comes to you, please share on the thread if you feel so inclined. It helps all of us. For each of us as individuals to share what we can about how we experience the journey that the cards describe. Pisces, have a wonderful month. Thank you, as always, for your love and support of me. This is still a relatively new journey for me. I use the beautiful Celtic Wisdom Tarot deck developed by Caitlin Matthews. If you'd like to have some more information on that, you can see it online. And I look forward to hearing from each and every one of you. And I wish you a beautiful month. You're going deeper still. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you in April, in spring, here in the Northeast, and I can't wait. Have a great month.